For over a year, I have watched this lady constantly trade on YouTube. She trades the trend line strategy and she has been absolutely profitable with it. Recently, in this year just alone, she has made a profit of $300,000, real money in profit. According to her though, I'm not saying I know. However, recently she's doing something which I like. She is putting out 3 days challenge to become a trader, and I have followed it. I have watched the entire of day 1, I have watched the entire of day 2, and I won't lie, right now I am literally looking at throwing everything I have learned under the bus and focusing on this, because this is by far the simplest strategy I have seen. I've always known trendline is the simplest strategy, but I have never really, should I say, taken it deep, because I didn't understand it. I kept looking at it like, okay, you just draw a line and then you think price is going to respect it. But now she has explained the entire logic behind it and it makes a whole lot of sense. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be showing you guys what it is like to join this 3 days challenge. Do well, go watch it. It is a lot of information. So if you're out there and you want to see what forex trading really looks like, this is the channel for you. Like, trust me, this is the channel for you. This channel is the raw documentation of actual progress and regressions that a person who is into forex seriously and also has a 9-to-5 job is like. This is literally the whole shebang. There is no hiding anything, there is no pretending, there is no extra editing, there's no fini-fumbly. It's just seeing the real raw experience, seeing your trades go straight into profit, seeing your trades go into profit and then go back to entry and stop loss, seeing your trades go straight into stop loss. That is what this channel is all about. Okay, so when you want to join the 3 days challenge, what you do is you go to the day 1, and then when you are in day 1, if you do not want to actually go through like the entire wait starts, because you're gonna have to watch the videos that are over 1 hour long, you could quickly go register by clicking the link in her description. Now I have registered, right? I already registered, but when you register, you get a ticket and everything. It's free. Now this is the part that you need to understand. It is free, but I have registered, and when I registered, I got logged into a Circles timeline. Now in the Circles timeline, I'm going to blow out people's name here. We have a lot of people, like a lot of people in here. So you're going to introduce yourself, you're going to meet the team, you're going to see the announcement, and then the giveaway. So she has giveaways for this, honestly. She's giving away about how many things? 5,000 Apex accounts. So that's a Proprum account. And then she's also giving, I think, Tradezilla accounts. So Tradezilla worth of payment, about $2,000 worth of Tradezilla payment or something like that. So Tradezilla is a journal app where you can journal your trade, but it's not free, right? So what she's doing is she's going to pay about amount, or rather her company is going to pay an amount upfront for you, whereby during that time frame you can journal your trades based on the amount they paid for. Now all of this being said, what really is the strategy? For those of you who don't know what trendline is, I think I'm already doing some tests on it. I took about 3 trades now, total of 3 trades. This is it. So the first one ended up in loss because I got stopped out really quick. It was a 5 minutes, so I decided to move up to a higher time frame, to 15 minutes and the 1 hour, and I'm looking to see how they are good. Now, like you all know, I work a job, right? I'm a full-time employee, hence I can't sit down here and be monitoring the trade. So I think for me, the 1 hour, 4 hours and above is where I should sit, not even the 15 minutes. But I just did a 5 minutes last night because I missed the entire stream, which is I missed the day 2. I didn't really miss it. I got to get in very late. I got in around Nigerian time. It started 5 p.m. on the dot, and I was able to get in around 7 p.m. because I was on my way home at 7 p.m. from work. I closed quite late yesterday, so I started watching the entire thing, and just to be able to catch up a little bit, I said, okay, I'm going to take a test of the strategy, not on the place she did it, because she did it on crude oil. I just took it on Euro the British pound US dollar, which is GBP USD. And this is it right here. This is it right here, the British pound US dollar. And I entered on my phone. So it's trend line break, right? So you have a 2 touch points. If price breaks above a certain part of the trend line, breaks above a bearish trend line, then you take a bullish move, and then you trade your safety along the bullish trend line. And if price breaks below a bullish trend line, you take your sell and you place your stop loss above the bearish trend line. So you can see this was the trade on my phone, and when I was able to get home and on my PC. When did I enter this trade? This was around past 8, some minutes to 9. That's about 4 minutes, 6 minutes away from 9 o'clock. And this is the trade. So this is how I got stopped out. Yeah, this is how I got stopped out. So I put it on full screen. So I entered the trade here because you can see it broke the upward trend here, closed above clearly, and I decided to take a buy trade. And it didn't move much, and immediately got me stopped out. Though I was able to move my stop loss from the initial position. The initial position was down here, and then I was able to move it up. Hold on, let me see if I have a way to, show you guys exactly what I'm saying. Okay, I do have a way to do that. So my stop loss was down here. It's down here. Yeah, right here. At first, that was where my stop loss was, and then as price moved, I'm following. What I do was I was following this line like this. So if you look at it, I was following each bar to the line in line with it, as you can see. So as the bar goes, I tend to move my stop loss. As the bar goes, I tend to move my stop loss. And I just give a little bit of breathing room, and you can see at this one I don't need to move it anymore. I could have stopped out here, but I didn't move it anymore. There was no need, and I got stopped out right there. So all of that is what happened yesterday, following the trend line training, the 3 days become a trader in 3 days challenge. This morning I have seen 2 opportunities, one in the euro US dollar. You see it right here. Matter of fact, let me just show you straight up because they're all in my journal. This is the euro US dollar. So what I started to do was, when I have an action line, this is supposed to be the action line. Now the action line is the line that is broken. Your safety line is the line that you are to trail your stop along. So what I did was I followed the action line right here. So what I do is I make the action line brighter and bigger than the rest line. You can see, I don't know if you can see this clearly. Well, you might need to increase the quality of the video to see this. You notice the other lines are not as bright, nor is it as dark, as thick as the action and safety line. You can see them. So that's my own method, right? This is my own method. So this on the 1 hour, I saw price break through the action line. Let's see where the action line came from. So you can see the first and second touch points. So this is the first touch point, this is the second touch point, and then price came through and broke above it. Like I said, I trade the hourly, right? I'm supposed to be on my way to work soon. So as price broke above, when I came out, I was in the bedroom, and then I just entered the trade like that, and placed my stop loss below. So just like the first time, you can see this is my entry, and if you draw it down to the safety line, this is where the safety line is. So you draw a line straight down. You can see this is a line from the exact bar to the safety line, and then I give it a little bit of breathing space. So as time goes on, I'm supposed to improve, reduce my stop loss, because when price breaks this safety line, I'm supposed to walk out of the trade. That's the logic. If price breaks the safety line, I'm supposed to walk out of the trade. So looking at this right now, I'm supposed to improve my stop loss, reduce it up a little bit. So meaning I will be losing less than 1% most times, because The risk I took at the beginning of the trade is exactly 1% of the account. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. So I created a paper trail account for this. I wanted to make it 10,000, but I didn't even notice there was an extra zero. But it was $100,000 account. It doesn't matter. The amount doesn't really matter. It's the percentage gain, percentage loss that I'm bothered about. I don't really care about amounts. So this is the first one, and so you don't mistake it, this is not there. So watching price, hoping it doesn't break the safety line. If it does break the safety line, then we're out of this trade, right? And then there's the last trade, which is currently on to the one I just found recently, the Australian dollar, US dollar. And so the same scenario, right? Same scenario, but this is on the 15 minutes. This was on the 15 minutes. So on the 15 minutes, I have this touch point and this touch point all the way from Thursday of the 11th, that's last week, all the way till this week. So this touch point and this touch point, and then price broke it. Now price is recently creating, you can see the safety line is recently creating a safety line. And what I am doing is, as usual, it's the same scenario. Price broke out of this, immediately I dived into the trade. I dived in here. This is where I came into this trade right here, as you can see. And if you draw a line from here all the way to safety, I should be right here. So now, why is this one bigger? Well, it's a sell trade, right? It's a short trade, and you know short trades have like bigger spread. So as of now, I ought to have reduced this, because right now price is already here. This is the last close, and it means this is where I should be looking at for. And as you can see, you would hardly lose an exact 1% of your account on any given trade from the strategy, which is a very, very good thing. It's a very, very good thing in my opinion. I really love that space. So this is the two trades I'm running in right now, following the classes. I may give up every other strategy I've ever learned, because this is like absolutely simple, right? It's absolutely simple. You just need a time frame that you can constantly open the chart for and constantly view before lines are broken and all that stuff. So for me, I think that is more like the 4 hours and daily rather than the 1 hour, because even the 1 hour I may miss it, because when I'm at work I hardly look at the phone. Like I could spend a whole 8-9 hours at work without even opening my phone to check anything else, apart from messages from co-workers and calls from clients and everybody else. But with all this said, this is a very good time for me to really learn, and I hope you guys are learning it. Also, this doesn't mean I have forgotten fundamental analysis, right? It doesn't mean I have forgotten the fundamental analysis, because it is by far the most important thing I have personally learned in trading. To me, the ability to understand fundamentals. So looking at the fundamental situation of the market, right? I am trading the Australian dollar against the US dollar. And the overall view right now, the overall view is quite neutral. In fact, it is neutral on all playing fields. Though, if you look at it, they are all above 50, except for the lagging indicators, which is leaning more towards the US dollar. Well, with all of that, it is still heavily neutral. Matter of fact, it is majorly sitting around the angles of, we don't think we're going to make any move. Sorry, I just want to put a highlight so that you guys will always know exactly the line I'm on. Yeah. So whenever I select a line, you're going to see it highlight all the way to the left and all the way up and down. So the Australian US dollar, you can see 53.5%, 56%, 55%, and 46% lagging. The other trade I'm currently in is the euro against the US dollar, the Australian dollar against the US dollar, sorry. So the euro against the US dollar, as you can see right now, it is more, the leading indicators is even bearish, meaning I should be going more for the US dollar than the euro. Maybe the euro has been having some bad news. Taking a look at the 14 days change, right? 14 days change. We're looking at the euro against the US dollar and everything is neutral. While for the Australian dollar against the US dollar, it is becoming bullish, slightly bullish. So recent news is saying there's a tendency for bullish movements to start really turning up. but overall situation is saying, well, currently it's still bearish, and it might take a long time, or it might take a while for it to fully turn bullish. And here we are on the trend line shorten, which is quite risky. But what it means is that if we lose this trade, right? If we lose this trade, it simply means the fundamental analysis was right. But then again, just like the strategy is we're just following price, regardless of whether we're losing or winning at this point. We're just following price. We're going to lose, obviously, sometimes, right? We're going to lose sometimes. However, when we follow price, we're likely to win big whenever we win. So whenever we win, it is not going to be it is really going to be just a small percentage when you are going to win. You're going to win like big. And I'm hoping to see a win before the 3 days run out. I'm going to take this very seriously, follow it up. And it's not as if I'm going to judge it on the 3 days, right? I'm going to continue doing this continuously. So you guys are going to see this over and over and over on the channel continuously for a long time to come. So with this, I want to say thanks to Tori Trade, thanks to everybody. She has a team, and there are a lot of people in that team, and they are doing real good work doing all of this. You can see this is the team. You got Stuart, this is the operations guy, this is Perio, is a coach. I don't think he's a trading coach. Yeah, we have accountability from Basil, I think accountability partner. Okay, we have Hunter Bailey from Nashville, customer success specialist. Maddie, the success manager. I don't know what the success manager is, but well, Maddie, the success manager. Simon Wagner, sorry, I butchered that name. Then there is Jack. I don't pronounce the other part, so I don't kill it. Jack. There's Michelle Marshall and Blake. There is Louis. So Louis is the final person, and all of those people are all part of the team for Tori Trade. But it's all good. We're all learning. Don't forget, the market is a teaching ground. It's going to constantly teach you every day. No matter how much you learn, you're always going to keep learning. So I'm just following the situation. By the time I see price break above, it means if price, for me, right, this is my own nuance now, my own personal nuance. If price ends up breaking above, meaning I have to close my trade, what I am going to end up doing going forward is, because I want to watch like very few amounts of, I'm only watching the Forex market, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to aim at, withdrawing this particular situation to now fit the new situation. And if price breaks above, I'll then take a buy position and place what is it called? My stop loss below the new safety line. This will be the new safety line. But until then, I'm still watching price. And market says it's supposed to be bullish, or rather fundamental says it's supposed to be bullish. Market is currently having some bearish move. I'm gonna shift to the 1 hour going forward. This is the last 15 minutes trade I'll take. After this, I'm going to just stick to 1 hour and let it run for 1 hour only, just like the euro trade. Also, I'm going to be doing this across all currencies. Just like I said, it's going to be across all currencies. And another thing I failed to do was I failed to add up the fundamental situations of each market. So going forward, I'm going to be adding the fundamental situation of each market right here so that everyone will see. So this is everything for today. I'll see you guys maybe later in the evening or tomorrow when we have more trades to look at. Right now, I'm heading out to my office. See you guys later. Peace.